Hey Logirians, welcome to Logiri. I hope you have subscribed to Logiri's YouTube channel and hit that bell notification on so that you do not miss any of our videos. I hope you're following us on Instagram because we do pretty amazing stuff out there which you should not miss. Hey guys, welcome to the Sunday video. I'm so excited that we guys are back with these Sunday videos. So on Sundays, we tend to pick up very important topics which relate to young advocates, which are going to help young and budding advocates, new advocates. So today's topic is when is the right time to go independent from being a junior lawyer. Junior lawyer is when you work with an advocate, you're learning the skill of advocacy, the art of advocacy, and I'm also going to answer that how to set up your own office as an advocate from day one. Now answering the first question, that when is the right time, when is the right time to set up your own office, when to start practicing in the courts of law all by yourself, right? This is a very difficult question to answer. With time, I'm going to pick up each and every topic in all these Sunday videos and I'm going to tell you that what you really need to do, right? So do not miss any of the Sunday videos. You don't have to wait for the right time. You have to create the right time. Please keep this phrase in mind, this quote in mind. But how? But how you have to create the right time. Guys, सबसे पहले तो मैं आपसे बात करना चाहती हूँ that it is very very important as a professional to have a journal. Journal का मतलब it is a fancy word, I know, but journal का मतलब होता है एक डायरी, एक नोटबुक जिसके अंदर आप अपने एम्स एंड एस्पिरेशंस लिखो, आप अपने गोल्स लिखो. बिकॉज हम सबको we tend to worry, we tend to think that what will happen, how will happen. Now there are times when we feel that okay fine, we're all pumped up कि हम कर लेंगे, I can achieve this, I can do this. Those are the times when you should write those ideas which are going about in your head, that how will you achieve your goals. Because हर किसी के साथ होता है, we are humans. हमें कभी ऐसा लगता है we are going to achieve everything and कभी कभी हमें लगता है हम कुछ भी achieve नहीं कर पाएंगे. But how to handle these times, and as a young advocate you are going to face these times, so it is very important to have a notebook, to have a journal wherein you write down your goals and you also keep on writing your ideas and how you should achieve your goals. And in this very notebook you're going to answer some of the questions today. When you start practicing with a senior lawyer, you need to have a journal wherein you write down answer to these questions. The first question that you need to answer, you are going to write the question as well as the answer. The question is, in how many years will you get independent? It is very important to decide कि आप कब independent हो जाओगे. इसकी इंपॉर्टेंस मैं अभी थोड़ी देर में बात करूंगी. आपके दिमाग में ये क्वेश्चन होगा कि सही टाइम कौन सा होता है. When is the right time to get independent? Look, there you will find advocates who get independent after 1 year. You will find advocates who get independent after 2 years, 2.5, 3 years. You will find advocates who never get independent, who keep on working, who have this tag of a junior lawyer always. Right? No, that is not a bad tag at all. I'm not saying that the tag of being an associate or being a junior lawyer is a bad tag. No, it is not. But if you want to have or you want to start your independent practice and you're not able to because you don't know how to, then that's a problem, because you always keep on thinking that oh, you have this goal which you want to achieve but you don't know how to achieve, right? Understanding the point, I'm not saying that being a junior is bad. Okay, now in how many years will you get independent? Look, you should, I mean 2.5 years, max 3 years is the maximum time that you should give yourself. That is, so you'll write 2.5 years, you are going to write the exact time, right? So 2 years or 3 years, right? Not more than that. Okay, 2 years or 3 years is the maximum time that you're going to work with a senior advocate. After that you are going to go independent, right? We're going to talk about the benefits of setting up this time or giving yourself this time, what I have to learn in this duration. Now this is another very important question. You have to set short-term goals. What is your long-term goal here? What your long-term goal is, आपको independent होना है, आपको अपना law office start करना है. That is your long-term goal, right? what will be your short term goal. शॉर्ट टर्म गोल्स, छोटे छोटे गोल्स कौन से सेट करेंगे हम ये लॉन्ग टर्म गोल को अचीव करने के लिए, वो हम यहाँ पे लिखेंगे. लॉ स्किल्स, लीगल स्किल्स कौन सी हमने एक्वायर करनी है. ड्राफ्टिंग, दैट इज हाउ टू राइट पिटिशंस, आर्ग्यूइंग, how to attend clients, how to research. All these are very, very important. And you'll say, how will I learn all of this in just 2 years? You have to, and I've done videos wherein I've talked about that what you should do when you're working with a senior advocate. कैसे काम करना है, क्या routine follow करना है, that is something you need to do. Okay, now the biggest mistakes that advocates tend to commit is, when I will learn all these I will get independent. That day won't ever come. लोग क्या कहते हैं, एडवोकेट्स क्या कहते हैं कि जब हम ये सब कुछ लर्न कर लेंगे ना अच्छे से, then I'll get independent. That day never comes. That day never comes. You have to learn इतना कि आप अपना काम कर सको. Eventually आप लर्न कब करोगे, जब आपके पास अपने केसेस आएंगे. Okay. Why giving yourself a fixed time is important. Now by fixed time I mean that जो हम बात करें that you need to get independent after 2.5 years, 2 years, 3 years. It is very important to set that time, because then that would give you motivation. Now why do you need motivation? Guys, one thing is there, you know, if you go to someone as a law student, or when you're planning to do law and you tell someone that I want to be a lawyer or an advocate and practice in the courts, they would say, oh really, it's really hard, how would you do it? I know all of you or most of you might have heard this very phrase a lot many times, that oh, it is really hard, how would you go about it? Right now, that is because the beginning years are really hard, no doubt about that. You know, you have to do a lot of things. You are learning law, you're learning so many skills that we talked about. You need to know how to write, how to draft, how to argue, communication skills. There are a lot many things that you're working on together. Obviously you can break it down while you are in your law school. That is why I do a lot of videos wherein I try to help law students that okay, this is what you need to do while you are in the law school, right? So now in the beginning years you need a lot of motivation to, you know, be up in the game, to be in the game, and to work hard, right? So it is very important that you know that after 2 years, oh, I'll be having my own setup and I'll be my own boss, right? Next is, you know that you have to learn everything. Now when you know that you have to set up your own system, you need to have your own office, you know that you have to learn everything, right? You need to know everything. You need to know how to file cases in the court, how to handle clients, all the little things here and there. You need to know them, because one day you're going to have your own system like this. Okay, zeal of working like a horse stays on for a short span only. Now if you say you have to work like this for good 10 years, you know, it is difficult. For good 5 years it is kind of difficult. But if you know that you have to work like this for only 2 to 3 years, you know, you can work like that. You will be like, okay fine, I have to just learn, मुझे ये skill acquire करना, I have to learn it and I'm done and dusted with it, right? So working for, say I tell you that you have to work like a horse for 2 years, and then I say you have to work like a horse for you don't know for how much time. What will bring in more motivation? The time span, when you know that okay, for 2 years only, for 3 years only, right? That would bring in more motivation. There are advocates who never are able to have their own independent practice, even though they want to have one, because they never knew how to start the right way. Now you will meet a lot of advocates who are just associates, who are just junior advocates, because they never knew that when to get independent. You know, you are in that, once after 3 years you've learned everything, you know everything, you are a junior advocate, and in the fourth or fifth year you are in that comfort zone wherein you have to do that same work every day. You are somewhat in the comfort zone because you're getting a fixed salary. You know, you are like, okay fine, this is a secure job, I'm working for someone, I don't really have to do much, I'm earning the money. Then your goal that you had when you had begun as a lawyer, as an advocate, is no more there. You're like, okay fine, I'm in this comfort zone. You tend to get into that comfort zone and you don't really want to come out of it, right? So never let yourself get into a comfort zone from wherein getting out is really difficult. Okay, start taking private cases even as a junior lawyer. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that advocates make is that they think that after 2 years they'll start taking their own cases. After 1 year I'll start taking cases because then I'll know how to handle cases. You got your license, you're an advocate, you can fight cases, and you are going to fight cases. Now your biggest question that you might have in your head is, but we don't know how to work on a case. It's fine. I've done so many videos wherein I've told you, I've taught you that from scratch how you have to work on the case, how you have to read the case, how you have to read the bare acts, how you have to do the research work, how you have to draft, how you have to argue, how you have to make notes. I've told you everything. I have given you all the weapons, right? Now you should watch all of those videos, not because I have done them, but I've really shared what normally any advocate won't share. That is just because I want you to prosper. I want you to be a successful advocate, right? Now the next thing is, when you take a case, you will learn. Obviously, you know, that feel of having your own case wherein you are the boss, you have to attend a client, you have to draft, you have to argue, you have to do the research work, you have to take all the important decisions, you have to quote the fees. The feeling is completely different, and then the way you work on that case is going to be really different, believe you me. If things are very difficult, seek help. Now you can always seek help. You have that one friend at least in the court from whom you can seek help, right? So you should seek help. If you don't have anyone, then Loggery is there. You can text us on Instagram and seek help, that okay, this is the case, we want your help. Okay, we'll figure out what we can help, how we can help, right? Next is, do not refer cases which come to you to your senior. Again, very big mistake. This is a very big mistake. Why you should refer those? There are two situations out here. One is that a client is there who says that I want to hire your boss as my advocate, right? That is a completely different situation. I'm talking about a situation wherein a case comes to you, a client comes to you and say, I want you to do my case, and you say, okay, I won't do this case, I'll refer it to my senior, because if my senior does it, say the fees is 60K or say 1 lakh, and your senior says, okay, I'll give you 30,000, and you say, oh, I'm good to go, I don't have to do anything, you know, I don't have to do anything, and I'm getting 30,000, this is a good way. No, you're not going to do this, because that is the case that is going to bring you entire 1 lakh one fine day. Even today, if you are a junior advocate, if you are a new advocate, might be that person pays 1 lakh to your senior but 50,000 or 60,000 to you. But what is the difference? You're going to learn. You're going to learn, and if you learn and evolve and grow, then only you're going to get closer to your goal. So always remember this. Join an office where you are allowed to do your private cases. Now, if you remember, I've done a video wherein I've talked about in detail that how you should choose your senior. What are the things that you should look for in your senior and in the office that you choose, right? If you've not seen that video, I'll leave the link to it in the description box. Do watch. You should join an office wherein you're allowed to do private cases. If you're not allowed to do private cases, don't be a part of that office. That is what I'm going to suggest. Next, things that you need to have your own office even as a junior lawyer. Now, what is the title of this video? That how you can have your own office, or how you should have. Should, the word is not how you can. How should you have your own office as an advocate from day one? Very important. You need to have that room, that space, that corner for yourself. I'm going to talk in completely another video why it is important, how, and that stuff. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about things that you need to have. The first thing that you need is a room or an office. Now, I know there are going to be people who are going to say that हमारे पास तो एक पूरा कमरा नहीं है सोने के लिए अकेले, we have to share the room. But I would say that you should try your best, as and when you start earning well, you should have a room. Like if you are renting a space wherein you want to live, you should take up a place wherein you can create a space and you can convert that space into your office, like furniture and table with 3 to 4 chairs. Now you should have a room or an office such that you can use it to attend clients. किसके लिए? To attend clients, right? This is very important, so you need to invest in all these things. Next is book rack, shelves, so that you can put in some good books out there, right? This is mandatory, that is to have a printer and a laptop. It is very important. that you have a laptop and a printer. A laptop, because look, laptop is something that you can, put in your bag and take to court, take to office. If you have a desktop, that is stationary, that you cannot move around with you. So you need to have a laptop which you can carry around, and you can work whenever you have time, you can sit down and work on your laptop, whereas on your desktop you need to be at that very place, right? I hope you understand the point. Having business cards, guys, this is very, 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 very important to have your own business cards from day one. Okay, the other secret is set a clerk in every court who can help you with filing of cases. ये सबसे बड़ा secret है. You should have munshi in all the prospective courts or tribunals wherein you think that you have to file cases, right? If the filing is easy, good to go. Otherwise, you should have a clerk or an advocate who knows how the filing takes place. And if you don't know how filing takes place, then please keep on watching the Sunday video. I have another super secret tip for all of you, which I'll be telling in the coming up Sunday videos. Okay, the next point is networking and collecting briefs. Now, this is a whole lot of another video, but in the video that I did, that how you should get cases, I somewhat told you guys that how you should collect your cases, how you should go and meet other lawyers, you should visit other district courts, high court, supreme court, all other courts and tribunals, so that you can have your own networking. Now you need to have your this networking from your law school days, from the day you become an advocate, because that is what is going to help you. Now how you should do it and what is there, I am telling you. I have done videos, I'll be doing more and more videos. So as and when you become an advocate, networking and collecting briefs, जो भी cases आ रहे हैं, you have to do it. You have to do it, because we have to learn and we have a goal. And what is that goal? To have our own law office one day. That is what is our goal. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Loggery signing off. I'll see you next Sunday. बाय बाय. लगी तो प्लीज़ लाइक कीजिएगा और अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर भी कीजिएगा. चैनल को प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब करना और बेल नोटिफिकेशन ऑन कर देना, ताकि जब भी मैं एक न्यू वीडियो डालूं आपको नोटिफिकेशन आ जाए. और अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपको वीडियोस की नोटिफिकेशन मिले और जो हम एक्टिविटीज़ कर रहे हैं लॉगिरी पे उसकी नोटिफिकेशन मिले, तो हमारा टेलीग्राम ग्रुप ज़रूर ज्वाइन करिएगा. अगर आपको ये वीडियो हेल्पफुल लगी तो प्लीज़ मुझे कमेंट करके नीचे बताइए कि आपको ये वीडियो हेल्पफुल लगी, ताकि मैं और ऐसी वीडियोस बना सकूं जो आपको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हेल्प कर सके. आप मुझे इंस्टाग्राम पे भी फॉलो कर सकते हैं. वहाँ पर मैं @IAMLoggery के नाम से हूँ. वहाँ पे आप फॉलो कीजिए, क्योंकि वहाँ पे हम बिल्कुल डिफरेंट कंटेंट डाल रहे हैं और चाहते हैं कि मैं आपको वीकली न्यूज़लेटर भेजूँ, जिसके अंदर मैं लॉ के बारे में और भी अच्छे से बात करती हूँ. तो प्लीज़ अपनी ईमेल आईडी नीचे दिए गए डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में एक लिंक है, वहाँ पे जाके अपना ईमेल आईडी ड्रॉप कर दीजिए, ताकि जब भी मैं कुछ ऐसा करूँ आपको ईमेल पहुँच जाए और आप वो देख सके. वो मैं यूट्यूब चैनल पे नहीं डालती हूँ, वो सिर्फ मेरे जिन्होंने न्यूज़लेटर सब्सक्राइब करा हुआ है उनको भेजती हूँ. आज के लिए इतना ही, मिलते हैं जल्द. बाय.